Proceed, Mr. Flynn.
Roxie, I have here a statement in which you admit to having illicit relations with the deceased Fred Casely. Is this statement true or false?
I'm afraid that's true.
You're an honest girl, Roxie. When did you first meet Fred Casely?
When he sold Amos and me our furniture.
Your personal relationship with him? You tell the jury when that began?
When I permitted him to escort me home one night. I don't think I would have gone with him if Mr. Hart and me hadn't quarreled that very morning.
Quarreled?
Yes, sir.
Well, I suppose it was his fault.
Oh, no, sir. It was my fault. I suppose I just couldn't stop pestering him.
Pestering him? About what?
I didn't like him working those long hours at the garage. I wanted him home with me to darn his socks and iron his shirts. I wanted a real home and a child.
So you drifted into this illicit relationship because you were unhappy at home.
Yes, I was most unhappy.
Roxie Hart! The state has accused you of the murder of Fred Casely. Are you guilty or not guilty?
I'm not guilty. I'm not guilty. I killed him. I did, but I'm not a criminal. I'm not a criminal.
Yeah.
I'm not a criminal.
Roxie.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Do you recall the night of January 14th?
Uh-huh.
Could you tell the jury, in your own words, the happenings of that night?
Well, when Fred came over, I told him my good news.
What was that?
That me and Amos were gonna have a baby. And then it was all over between us.
What happened then?
Well, then...
Did he threaten you, Roxie?
Objection, Your Honor. Counsel's leading the witness. Sustained.
What did Casely say when you told him the news?
I'll kill you before I see you have another man's child.
Could you tell the audience, the jury, what happened next?
Well, in his passion, he tore off my robe and he threw me on the bed. And Mr. Hart's pistol was lying there between us.
And then?
And then we both reached for the gun, but I got it first. And then he came toward me with this funny look in his eyes. He was angry and wild.
Wild?
Wild!
And did you think he meant to kill you?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So it was his life or yours?
And not just mine. I closed my eyes and I shot.
In defense of your life!
To save my husband's innocent unborn child.
Order!
What a bullseye, huh?
Order in this court! Roxie! Clear this courtroom!
There's pandemonium here in the courtroom.
Order!
Mrs. Hart's behavior throughout this ordeal has been truly extraordinary.
Yeah, I bet it has.
Opening her eyes, she fans herself with her attorney's handkerchief.
Handkerchief?
Poor child has had no relief. She looks around now, bewildered, seeming to want something. Oh, it's a glass of water.
Oh, Mama, that was my bit. I told Billy I was going to do that at my trial.
But now her eyes flutter wildly, and she... Mrs. Hart has fainted again. She slumps over, her chiffon dress up around her knees, revealing a glimpse of a blue garter with a rhinestone buckle.
Oh, Mama, she stole my garter.
Wedding gift.
She stole my garter! My radio?